We are live.
I'm going to call this work session of the Bold School Board to order. We have quorum with 4 members here, Member Benson, Member Jacobs, Member Sheehan, and Member Frank. We're expecting Member Bowen to arrive shortly. With that, could I get a motion to approve the agenda for the work session?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved by Member Sheehan and seconded by Member Benson to approve the agenda. Any discussions? Any discussion? Okay, hearing no discussion, we'll vote on that, approving the agenda. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries to approve the agenda. Okay. Next item is to recognize visitors to the board meeting. We have 1 visitor present, and I suspect we have several people online, so thank you for joining, and we appreciate you participating and watching the board meeting. So with that, we'll move to new business, and the 1 item is to canvass applications for vacant school board seat and discuss the candidates that have applied. So with that, we'll go ahead and discuss. So I'm thinking roundtable, just maybe, I don't know, how do you guys want to proceed? Do you want to list like your top 2 candidates and we go from there of discussion, or do you, how do you want to go about it as a board on the discussion aspect?
I think it'd be nice to do the positives or whatever we like about each one and then go down to the top 2.
Yeah, I think that will work. Do you want to start us off, Teresa?
No, I'll let someone else.
Todd, do you want to start?
Sure. First of all, I'd like to say we've got 4 very good candidates. And thank them for applying. It's very difficult, I would say, to pick any of them or to narrow down. Maybe you wanted me to, how do you want to just say what I like and don't like, or
I've never done this before.
I don't know what I guess I don't feel comfortable saying what I don't like.
Just say the positive.
Yeah.
Well, how about we do this? Let's kind of talk about what we're looking for in a candidate. How about that? Something like that way we're not putting each other on the spot. So something we're looking for in a candidate is somebody that's well-rounded, somebody that's been in the community before, someone that has knowledge of what goes on in school, somebody that's been around the school. I guess anybody want to throw something out there? Come on, help me out.
Some leadership experience. in my
Leadership
mind is
experience,
important, I
yeah.
think.
Well, I think as long as they're a member of the one of the communities or the old community, that's pretty much what you need, because we don't have any specifications when we all got on
Right.
board. You know, we told our background and history about ourselves, but then the public voted us in.
Yeah,
So it wasn't so much a criteria of what, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, but maybe we need to scrutinize this more because of this reason. I don't know. I've never done this before. But I'm thinking as long as they're members of the Bold community, they have a passion for wanting to be on the board. And I've read through each one of them and I think they all answered them very well. So I thought, I don't know how you can get much better. I thought they answered them all very, in their own way, very well.
so what we're doing, Brian, is we're defining what we're looking for in the individual to fill the position, you know, like in general. Sandy had mentioned well-rounded, school knowledge. I mentioned leadership, what else did I missed? I
Oh.
think I missed a couple.
Well, I think everybody answered, obviously, the first question, pretty much the same. Let's just kind of go one by one here then, because this is kind of dead walling here. Okay, so on Jamie's, I'm just throwing them all out here. She served on the board before, but yet she chose not to run again, but now she wants to run again, so that's one thing that I'm kind of wondering on that one.
I did the same.
You thought the same thing?
No, I was out for 2 years and I ran again.
Okay, so then I look at Matt Rom, he's got fresh ideas, transparency. Wants to prepare our youth for tomorrow. And I look at Greg Temple. Growth and flourish in the community, strong district with learning opportunities. Anybody else? Come on, help me out here.
It's very difficult. I mean, like,
Right, so I'm,
you could go through each candidate, you could say positives about all of them. You know, I don't know if we, I mean, Greg Pepple, he's pretty much put had a number of kids gone through the school, so he's familiar with it very, very well. Matt is very passionate about the school. Jamie, she's been on the board, and maybe she's decided that she wants to get back into it, so she's familiar with the board. Mary Ellen College, you know, she's I believe a teacher, correct?
yeah, she used to be here.
So she knows the school system.
She won't know.
She's a teacher at YME right now.
YME right now, okay?
Yeah.
But she knows school, she knows what goes on in school, she
Yep.
knows what to
How
look
the
for
operation is, how the school
in
policies are.
school.
Those are all learned things too, because like, I just feel like most of these people, I can't speak for Mary Ella because I don't know her. The rest of them, I think every one of them had kids go through the school system.
Right.
So they're all parents. So it's not like you've never been in the school, you don't know everything that goes on in a school. You've been to school yourself.
Oh.
You've gone to college, most likely. So you know the ins and outs of the school system. It's not like you don't have a clue.
Right.
I do know Mariella's son went to school here.
Yeah.
He's my neighbor.
Church.
Okay, so
Which
then
is,
everybody's kids went through school here, so they all basically know the Bold School very well. I just want to give them all level playing field, you know, if you're gonna
Yep.
say that, it goes well for each one.
Mine was more tongue in cheek than the number of kids that he has.
Oh, okay, sorry, I don't even know how many kids he has.
So,
And he has one still in school, right, Tony?
Greg being an engineer, that's positive.
I was wondering, him being an engineer, why did he not sign up to be on our facilities committee?
That's a question you'd have to ask him.
That surprises me, because we could have used him. through some of
Volunteers
that.
for robotics, right?
Yeah, I guess when I was putting together the facilities committee, I sort of just, I didn't want a massive committee, but I wanted people on there that definitely were pro-education but with experience in the community. And so I talked to, right away, Randy Turstig came to mind.
Right.
So I talked to him and then I knew Pat. So I talked to those individual people.
I thought
we didn't really
some
look
of them
for-
came to you or what?
No, Greg Mertens and I were talking at the golf course one night, and I said, well, you should consider this. So I don't think he was necessarily asking to be a part of it, but yeah, he might have been, I don't know.
Okay.
I know Greg comes from the towns that he's been at before he was here. They're combined schools. So he's been through it with, where schools weren't combined, like the Ada Borup, the area he's from, or Borup, where he's from, out of the two towns, that town lost its school, had to go. So he understands the side of it from the side of the town that lost a school, and he knows how important it is to a community. Then he was in Greenbush, Middle River, and up there, they went through some just huge infighting amongst their communities when they were trying to get things passed and try to figure out where they were going to go to. So he's seen it from the outside, I guess. He's experienced it. He's lived that side of it. So he's familiar with having multi-school combinations and being parts of communities that are trying to protect their schools and being part of the communities that are trying to make their schools better. Distance. Greenbush, Middle River, some kids decided they had to go somewhere else. And so there was big fighting at that point where one of the towns said, we want the state funding to come to our town so we can use that money to send our kids to other places. I mean, it was, all the schools are still together, but I mean, that's how separated it was when it was up there. So I think that's an experience thing it's a pretty big experience thing.
Well, one thing that I liked, I'll have to say of all of them that I read, I liked about Matt Ram is because he's talking about, he wants to set policies and produce responsible budgets. He is a lifelong resident of Port Island, and he is a business owner too. He has facilities and staffing is his main concern. I think with that too, he wants to bring fresh ideas and transparency and unification to the district. And what he has on here goes, we need strong schools and education in our community to prepare our youth to be leaders of tomorrow. I think he gets it too. And we do need to work on budgets.
So I've been thinking about this. What is the average voter in our district? What do they want to see in a replacement school board member? I think the average voter in our district wants to see someone who's level-headed, thoughtful, will ask questions if something's askew, but do it with respect. And I think those are a couple of attributes that we need in the person that we bring forward to nominate. And I see that in only 2 of the 4 candidates we have.
Will this need to be a unanimous vote?
We'll do a straw poll to bring forward. It doesn't have to be unanimous. It will have to be a decision, but we also have the option to bring in candidates and interview them too. We do not have to bring it forward into the meeting tonight. It's on the agenda. It was a blank line for the 7:00 meeting, assuming we have a strong and clear candidate to put the name in there. If we don't, and we want to proceed with doing interviews, we certainly can do that. That was part of the process that was outlined at the last board meeting. So to answer your question, no, it does not have to be unanimous.
Okay.
But
Well, it doesn't sound like it's going to be, right now it doesn't sound like it. I guess the way I look at when somebody fills out a questionnaire or things like that, it's hard to get what the person is. It's like reading a text. You don't get
you get a
voice. You don't
snapshot.
get
Mm-hmm.
you don't get where their emotions are at or what they're feeling. I'm not loaded with free time, but I think since there's only 4 people, if you just looked at them face to face and asked them some questions, I think it would be interesting to hear what they had to say if you just kept it short and sweet and then it's just another piece of information that we have.
Mhm.
Everybody's talking about transparency, and I don't know where we're not transparent, but apparently we're not transparent because it keeps coming up all the time. So transparency, there, you've done it all out there. It doesn't look like anything's in the rigs or anything. Like, we're not sitting around chatting about it, trying to figure it out. Sit them all down. Let's talk to them all.
Yeah.
See what they have to say. See how they carry themselves under pressure.
I agree, since we have no clear cut
Yeah,
path forward here, I
Yep.
agree with that 100%.
I'd be fine with that.
I know it's hard to find time to do it, but
So, okay, we're gonna go forward then with an interview process. How much time do you want to slot in for each of the 4 applicants? Half hour, 45 minutes,
no, not that long.
15
No.
minutes?
I'd say
10
15.
10 to
You
15
talk
at
to
the
them for
most.
10 and have 5 minutes till the
Yeah.
next.
Yep, you got 4 candidates, we do it in 1 hour. 15 minutes at the most each.
Okay. Does that sound? like-
Should be able to figure it out in 15 minutes.
I'm all right with it.
You might
What do you
find-
think, Todd?
You might find you need a little bit more time. Just, I've done a lot of interviews and a lot of
Half
times no, but I think you'd want a full 15 minutes. So do 15
Yeah.
and then a 5-minute break and then another 15. That's what I'd recommend.
So you go 20.
Well, 15 minutes with a person, take a
Yeah,
5-minute break.
Yeah.
You know, give people
Then you can
reset time.
jot your thoughts down at the end as well.
Yeah.
And then you do it while everything is truly fresh in your
Yeah.
mind.
Mhm.
Everybody all right with that?
I think no problem at all. I think that'd be just fine.
Okay, I'll reach out to all 4 candidates, see if I can find a common evening.
Don't have to reach too far there.
to-
We don't have to reach too far here, though.
I'm thinking like start at 7 one night or 6:30 at the earliest, depending on the night and
Yep.
your work schedule, Brian, I'll account for that too.
Appreciate it.
And try to bring someone in, them all in on the same night, and we're looking at like an hour and a half then.
Yeah.
Of time to schedule,
That works.
total out of our.
That would be good, because it's really not an easy task.
And I would like to know more, I don't even know what this Mary Ella Klaus looks like. It'd be nice to know what she looks like and just visit with her too.
And then
She's very nice.
I suspect the
Yeah,
community
she is.
will reach out to us too and give each of us feedback on, because it is public information who the applicants are.
Yeah, I didn't know what the case was with that.
Yep, it is all public. Applications are public data
good.
as well, so.
Well, just err on the side of caution and just keep quiet till you know. So now I know.
And how will one be chosen then? How are we gonna do that?
Rock, paper,
Well, I think we take a half hour after we interview and discuss. Or it's gonna have to go into a meeting and we do it. We're gonna have to make a decision at some point.
Could we just write on a piece of paper, give it to you, and whoever gets the most gets them?
We could do a score sheet, like a 1 to 5 rating on a standard set of questions that we're asking. And that's the other thing, when we do interview to keep the process fair, you do want to keep the same
Same
set of
questions.
questions. So then,
I trust you. Come up with some good questions, Todd.
well, you guys can submit additional questions to me as well.
Sounds good.
So I'll put together, start another running list. And I'll make it, we'll probably have no more than, because we're looking at 20 minutes.
Just a couple
15, you were
questions.
probably looking at, I'm thinking 4 or 5 questions max.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's more about what they have to say. It's like Teresa was saying at the beginning, the only requirements to do this are to be a citizen of
Yeah.
the district.
Yeah, and maybe give them a couple minutes to talk about why they want to run other things, whatever.
Mhm.
But you're right, we do have to, just to do things fairly for everyone, if we ask one person a question, we want to make sure that,
Yep.
Same question.
yeah.
Same thing I do when I interview candidates for a job position. It's the same set of questions. Okay,
Sounds good. Thank you.
all right.
Perfect.
Okay. So with that,
We've got a date set, well, it's not set, it's on our agenda though for, I don't know. We want to probably do this sooner.
You about canvas,
I was thinking we could, yeah, but no, that's,
Oh, I wouldn't do it that.
no, I stopped myself from talking.
I'll reach
I
out to them
realize
because
it was
I don't know everyone, those fours availability either, so.
Right.
I'll throw out to say, here's 4 possible dates, and well, maybe let's do that right now. Why don't we get a list of 4 possible dates among the 5 of us, so that I can go to the candidates with that as options. So let's do that right now before we move out of this. With my schedule, I truly don't have any availability till the week of the 6th of November. So I'm thinking first date, maybe Wednesday, November 8th. It's a Wednesday evening.
I think that's possible for me.
This is just a dumb question. Is it too late to put it on the ballot to have the voter? It is? Okay.
Yeah, we can't do it because we would have had to have filed notice in the paper back in mid-August, late August.
No, you gotta get the candidates already in
But since
July.
July,
this just
yeah.
happened,
And the resignation didn't happen until well after that.
But it's a number of days before a situation. It's not a date, it's 40 days before the day of the election, you have to do this, and 60 days, you have to do that. And
Yeah, it's all in statute.
yeah,
So
Couldn't we do it? I know this is probably a bad idea, but, okay, so we're all available usually on Monday nights. Could we do it Monday before that meeting?
the Monday, the 6th,
No, next Monday.
for the,
Oh, wait, what are we doing? Yeah. No, we're not. Forget it. Don't mind me. I'm just talking.
the following Monday is when we're looking
Yeah.
at canvassing the election. And
Yeah.
that's what I started to suggest,
Yeah.
but I was starting to think, no, we're gonna wanna
Yeah.
get this done a lot faster.
I'm doing what you're doing. Just
Yeah. But, to be considerate of everybody's schedules, it's nice to have 2 meetings in the same night, then a meeting Monday and a meeting Tuesday and a meeting Wednesday. And a lot of us have a lot of meetings. I think anytime you can consolidate meetings, we tried to do that like with the negotiations. It's nicer for everybody.
so. Well, I could throw out, what if we propose Monday, November 6th?
We can't.
What,
I don't think we can the night before the election have a meeting. I don't think.
you don't think we can?
I'll be deer hunting, but
And
you'll have
we'll
enough
be
Are
already.
you-
late for voting that night.
Are you out that whole week, Brian?
No, I come back on Tuesday.
Okay. Do you think 2 nights to propose would be sufficient if we propose maybe Wednesday, the 8th and Thursday, the 9th of November?
The 8th, I got stuff on.
You have stuff, you can't on that. Okay,
What's the other one? Wednesday? It's what, the 12th? Tuesday, the 12th?
I pop up activities.
November 12th is Sunday.
but we could potentially the 9th.
Yes.
So would that work as one option, November 9th at 6:30 PM?
I'm checking out the activities calendar just to see if.
I couldn't do it at 6:30 because I'm not,
Well, we could go
my last
7.
patients are at 6:30, so I'd be home
Let's do
at 7
7.
at the earliest.
We could do 7:00 PM.
Yeah, I might be a little late, but that's fine.
Okay, so November 9th at 7 PM. is one option. And then I think we have to roll into the next week.
So
So
that Monday, we've already got a meeting scheduled, so it might be kind of nice to combine. Well, we don't have it scheduled, but that's what we're gonna propose.
is that at 7 p.m.?
We're gonna propose that as the canvassing the election. I mean, we don't, it could be any, it doesn't have to be on Monday, but like you said, it's
Yeah.
typically,
That takes what, about 20 minutes to do the 15
Yeah.
minutes?
Not even,
yeah,
quick.
it's,
So we could try, say, 7:15 p.m. on the 13th. That's option 2.
So that'd be after canvassing.
Yeah, after canvassing. And then I have a meeting already scheduled on the 14th that evening, so I'm not available. And then the next option is either probably we could do Wednesday the 15th or Thursday the 16th of November as our third date. Is on Wednesdays, Teresa, is yours a rolling or it doesn't
No,
work?
that one's open,
That one's open.
the 15th.
So would Wednesday, November 15th be an option?
I believe so. There shouldn't be any
I-
sports stuff on a Wednesday.
this, on November 9th, it's not scheduled yet, but girls volleyball, I mean, if they were to go to state, that could be a just potential problem there. Just
Which one, the
the November 9th,
November 9th?
or yeah. November 8th. Should be.
Okay, I'll reach out to the 4 candidates and ask about November 9th at 7:00 p.m. Their availability November 13th at 7:15 p.m. and then 7 p.m. on November 15th. Okay. And I think among those 3 dates, I'm hoping we can find a common one for the 4 individuals. Anything else by anyone in regards to that? So email me your questions. I would like to get everything prepared.
I may,
By November 6th. So
and I might have been reading this wrong on the calendar. I don't know, it says volleyball, girls volleyball at Excel Center. But, so I don't know what that,
that's the
That would
Excel
be-
Energy.
Well, I know what that-
That's the state, would be the state, that has to be the state tournament.
but then it looks like there's more volleyball happening after that, but maybe not. This is, I don't know,
It's multiple days. It's not just a day.
I'm just gonna draw it.
Goes for weeks and weeks.
Well, I guess then I would entertain a motion to adjourn the work session and we'll have to 30-minute hiatus until we start our 7:00 meeting, so. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move Benson.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by member Benson and seconded by member Jacobs to adjourn the work session. Any discussion? Discussion? Okay, with that, let's move to vote. All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose? Okay, motion carries to adjourn. We adjourned at 6:29 p.m.
I see what I was doing wrong. I was reading the V to be volleyball, not the V to be varsity. So I'm like, well, they can't go to state and then come back here on Monday. That's girls basketball. All right.
There's volleyball tonight.
Yep.
Best shots, the one.
Yeah, there is.